Starting from zero in 2026 isn't a disadvantage. It's your clean slate. Today, I'm giving you the complete 10-minute blueprint to build wealth from absolutely nothing. The old rules are dead. Saving pennies won't work when inflation eats your lunch. You need a strategy that scales, and you need it now. We're breaking this down into 3 phases. Phase 1 is aggressive income generation. You can't invest $0, so let's fix the cash flow first. In 2026, skills are the new currency. We're going to identify the high leverage skills you can learn for free this weekend to start earning your first capital. But before you earn a dime, you have to avoid the consumer trap. Most people make a little money and immediately buy liabilities. Not you. Every dollar you earn in phase 1 goes into your freedom pot. This isn't for spending, it's your army of soldiers waiting to be deployed. Phase 2 is where the magic happens. We're talking about high yield accounts and the first index fund investments. Boring, but explosive over time. Consistency beats intensity. I'll show you how to automate this so you build wealth while you sleep, literally. Finally, phase 3, scaling. This is where we look at alternative assets and business equity. This is the 10-minute masterclass you can't afford to skip. Grab a notebook. We have a lot to cover, and your financial future starts right now. Let's dive in. All right, let's zoom in on phase 1. You can't multiply zeros. To invest, you need capital. We are going to build your cash flow engine using high leverage skills. The gap between you and your first $10,000 isn't luck, it's a skill gap. In the digital economy, you are paid for value, not time. So, what skills pay? First, communication, sales, copywriting, and content creation. If you can persuade people or capture attention, you will never be broke. These are evergreen. Second, technical execution, no-code automation, AI prompting, or video editing. Businesses are desperate for people who can use tools to save them time. Pick one, do not dabble. Spend the next 30 days becoming top 10% good at it. You don't need a degree, you need a portfolio. Once you have the skill, you need clients. We use the volume approach, cold DMs, emails, and value videos. You aren't asking for a job, you're offering a solution. Your goal is one client, just one. That first check validates everything. It proves you can generate money from thin air using your brain. And here's the rule. The first $5,000 you make, it doesn't go to lifestyle. It goes back into better equipment, courses, or coaching. You feed the engine. Once this engine is producing $2,000 to $5,000 a month reliably, you have graduated phase 1. Now, and only now, are you ready for phase 2, wealth retention. Welcome to the deep end. Phase 2 is where we separate the rich from the wealthy. Making money is a skill, but keeping money is a discipline. We are going to build a fortress around your wealth using the reverse budget. Here's the math. You must invest 30% of your gross income. It leaves your account the day you get paid. You don't see it. You don't touch it. You learn to live on the remaining 70%. Let's say you make $5,000 a month. $2,500 vanishes instantly into investments. $1,000 goes to savings. You run your life on $2,500. If that hurts, good. Use the pain to motivate you to earn more. We put 80% of that investment capital into low-cost index funds. We aren't trying to beat the market, we are becoming the market. By owning the S&P 500, you own a piece of every profitable company in America. This is the 8th wonder of the world. At 10% average return, your money doubles every 7 years. That $2,500 a month becomes $1 million in 20 years without you lifting a finger. The other 20% is for asymmetric bets, the barbell strategy. On one side, hyper-safe index funds. On the other, high-risk plays like crypto. We avoid the middle, mediocre stocks. Go safe or go big. Now, real estate. It's the only asset class where a bank gives you $500K to buy an asset with $20K down. That is 25 to 1 leverage. If the property goes up 5%, your return on cash is over 100%. We buy for cash flow, but we get rich on appreciation. Your tenants pay down the debt. Inflation raises the rent. You sit in the middle and collect the spread. And the secret weapon? Depreciation. The IRS allows you to take a paper loss on the building, offsetting your income. You make money, but on paper, you lost money. Zero taxes legally. Finally, digital assets. A newsletter or channel has zero marginal cost. You make it once, sell it 1,000,000 times. This is the highest margin asset class in history. Own the distribution, own the future. Part 4, scaling. This is where we leave the amateurs behind. We are transitioning from operator to owner. Scaling isn't working harder, it's building a machine that makes money while you sleep. There are only 4 forms of leverage: labor, people, capital, money, code, software, and media, content. You need to master at least one. To dominate, you need all four. Let's go deep on labor. You need to hire, but most people hire wrong. They hire for help. You need to hire for outcomes. Don't hire a social media manager. Hire someone to get you 10 leads a week. Here is the secret hiring funnel. Post the job. Give them a paid test task immediately. 90% will fail or ghost. The 10% who deliver on time, interview them. Ignore the resume, trust the test. Once you have them, you can't micromanage. You need a scorecard. Every employee needs a single number they are responsible for. Did it go up or down this week? That's it. Management becomes math. If you say it twice, write it down. Build an SOP library, screen record yourself doing the task. Now anyone can do it. You have effectively cloned yourself. Now code. Automation is the cheapest labor. If you are copying and pasting data between spreadsheets, you are wasting your life. Use tools like Zapier. A lead comes in, Zapier puts them in your CRM, sends them a welcome email, and pings your team in Slack instantly. Zero human effort. This creates speed, and money loves speed. Media is the leverage of the 21st century. A video works for you forever, but making content is hard. So we use the content pyramid. Record one long video, that is the source. Cut it into 5 shorts for TikTok. Transcribe it for a blog, quote it for Twitter. 1 effort, 10 assets. Dominate every platform without burnout. The trap is doing more yourself. The goal is to do less. Your job is to design the machine, not run on the hamster wheel. If the business breaks when you go on vacation, you don't own a business. You own a job. This is the bus factor. If you got hit by a bus tomorrow, would the revenue stop? If yes, you have failed part 4. You must build redundancy, cross-train your team. True scaling requires leadership, setting the vision, hiring A players, removing roadblocks. It is a mental shift from how do I do this to who can do this for me. Why do we do this? To create an asset we can sell, an 8-figure exit. That is the ultimate wealth event. And in the final part, we will discuss how to prepare for that. Master these 4 levers. Build the systems, hire the team, step out of the operations. That is how you win phase 3. Part 5, the exit. This is the championship game. You don't get rich from salary. You don't even get rich from profit. You get wealthy from equity. We are talking about the liquidity event that changes your family's name forever. How much is your business worth? It's simple math. EBITDA times multiple. If you make $1 million in profit and your industry multiple is 5x, your business is worth $5 million. Your goal isn't just to increase profit, but to increase the multiple. How do you get a higher multiple? Recurring revenue, contracts, brand, systems. A service business sells for 3x. A SaaS business sells for 10x. Build what buyers want. Who buys you? Strategic buyers pay the most. They want your tech or customers. Financial buyers, private equity, want your cash flow. Internal buyers, your team, pay the least, but keep your legacy alive. Know your buyer before you start selling. Warning, due diligence is brutal. They will audit every receipt, every contract, every email. If your books are messy, the deal dies. Clean your financials now, not later. You sell for $10 million, you don't keep $10 million. Taxes will eat 20-40% unless you plan. QSBS, charitable remainder trusts, 1031 exchanges. You need a tax attorney, not just a CPA. Post-exit, you are no longer an entrepreneur. You are an asset allocator. You set up a family office. Your job is capital preservation. You stop trying to get rich and start trying to stay rich. We build the legal fortress, irrevocable trust to protect against lawsuits, offshore accounts for diversification. You become a ghost. You own nothing but control everything. The hardest part isn't the money, it's the silence. The day after you sell, your phone stops ringing. You lose your identity. You must find a new mission, philanthropy, mentorship, or a new venture before you sell. This is about legacy. True wealth is what you leave behind, not just money, but values. Preparing the money for the children is easy. Preparing the children for the money is hard. That is the final challenge. Part 6, the finale. We have covered the tactics, the math, and the strategy, but none of it works if the software running it, your brain, is buggy. This final part is about upgrading your operating system. Your business is a reflection of your energy. If you are tired, your decisions are poor. Sleep, nutrition, and fitness aren't chores. They are high ROI business activities. An entrepreneur with brain fog loses to an entrepreneur with clarity every time. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your friends are complaining about their boss, you will remain an employee. You need a war room, people who are playing the game at a higher level than you. How do you get into that room? You don't ask for coffee, you bring value. Solve a problem for them for free. Be useful. Networking isn't taking, it's giving until they ask, how can I help you? You will feel like a fraud. You will think, who am I to do this? That is imposter syndrome. It is a good sign. It means you are pushing your boundaries. If you don't feel it, you're in your comfort zone. Comfort is where dreams die. In a distracted world, focus is a superpower. Learn to do deep work. 4 hours of uninterrupted creation is worth 40 hours of shallow reactive work. Turn off the notifications. Close the tabs. Do the hard thing first. Let's recap the 10-year journey. Year 1 to 2, master a high-income skill. Part 2. Year 3 to 5, build the agency and invest 30%. Part 3. Year 5 to 8, scale with systems and hire A players. Part 4. Year 9 to 10, exit and protect wealth. Part 5. This path is hard. It is lonely. It requires sacrifice. But the view from the top, it is worth every second. You are building freedom for your family for generations. You now have the complete blueprint. The only variable left is you. Stop watching. Start building. I'll see you on the other side.